Welcome. Today is 16th October 2024, and the important key takeaways from today's newspaper are as today is a World Food Day, that is 16th October 2024. They have given published articles related to India's hunger and food related things. And recently there is a global hunger index 2024. In that India have ranked 105th. So we'll discuss those things also, and we'll end with the coastal flooding. We were from now we were discussing only the topics which are most important to the UPSC mains, and some topics, most probable topics of UPSC prelims also. So now let's open. So in page number 8. In page number 8, there is an article. It's about the uh, coastal flooding. There is an article. It's about the uh, a food sufficient India needs to be hunger free too. So in this article, the author he is emphasizing on the food security things related to India, and what is its statistics, why we are lacking, what are the problems regarding the food patterns of India, and healthy diets, how the globalization have affected the food patterns, and the labor related things, economy related things. So in this article, they have highlighted all those things. Now we'll see. So, so because we have the sustainable goal of two, that zero hunger, and ensuring food security to all the people, and and any form of the other malnutrition by 2030. That is our goal. So in order to reach that goal, it is becoming very hard for the nations because of the climate change. Okay. And why this food insecurity and malnutritions are happening is it is the manifestation of lack of access and unaffordability of healthy diets. Now we are not able to have a healthy diet. For example, if you want to have an apple price is 250 rupees. If you pick any fruit also, it's ranging from minimum 50 rupees. How a poor person who is earning a wage of 222 rupees can afford that? So they can't afford that. Because of that, the nutrition levels, the malnutrition levels are increasing. Nutrition levels are decreasing and malnutrition levels are increasing. And we don't have, and we should have that ideal distributed mechanism which ensures universal access to food also. And so we need to transform from a hunger-free environment to a nutritionally compliant, because after green revolution, the we were more focused on the production, but not the quality, but not on the nutrition levels. So we need to know that our calculations should be based on the uh, not on the hunger, but nutritional levels, he's saying. And in the last year budget also, there is a concept called talinomics that we have discussed in the last week also, about talinomics, how this things are going on regarding the food calculation by a person, by a woman person. We have like gone through that article. And here there is a lack of purchasing capacity of the people. uh, and also, when you look on the global magnitude, the undernourishment have risen from 9 point rise it to 9.4%. That is about 757 million people in the world, they are suffering with the malnutrition. And in the African regions, there is a more hunger, and it's about 20.4%. And when you take Africa is the highest in that, and this slowly it's like Asia is there, 8.1%, then Latin America, then the Caribbean, and 7.3% in the Oceania things. And when you observe this pattern, the half of the world's the people are facing the hungry issues, and there is a rural bias uh, with a marginal advantage in urban and semi-urban areas also. And when you look on particularly gender, so there is a disadvantages in the gender also. The women are more vulnerable to the this malnutrition, because again there is a bodily things also related to that. And women is also more anemic, and because of anemic, the malnutrition, these things, it is making, I mean, complex things are arising from it. Uh, and also because this, if food security is there, food insecurity is there, then it results in undernourishment. And also there is a manifestation of hunger. The intrinsic connect lies with a lack of purchasing power for adequate food. And also uh, those unable to afford a healthy diet at the global level decreased from 2.88 billion to 2.83 billion. So these things are there. And uh, the average purchasing power parity, it is the average is 3.96 dollars per person per day. But when you compare it with Asia, it is about $4.20 in Asia. Because and the purchasing power parity, it changes with respect to I mean country. I mean it's about the affordability of the food. Okay, then and this will be a real threat to the country. And India is like Indian scenario is focused on thyronomics, which means nutritionally compliant meal, and they will calculate based on the cost of a required diet. So this is an Indian diet which have enough nutritional qualities. For example, you take thali, you'll be having rice, you'll be having roti, you'll be having dal, you'll be having sabji, and you'll be having some other maybe sweet. So that is a thali. So how much a person afford it two times, three times a day? It's they are saying something. And also when you see the cost of your required diet, even with 100% income spent on food, would be 63.3%. Those people who are just like living to get enough food, in that also there are 63.3% people are there like that. And India needs to, I mean, be a transformation in the agri-food system uh, to address the inequalities, to ensure healthy diets. These things are there. Next, the article emphasizing on unhealthy diets in India, and because diets in India are generally unhealthy. There is an imbalance in composition and related to the. So he have comparing. There are Eat Lancet reference, which is a scientific review of healthy diet from a sustainable food system, and also in Indian level there is Indian Council for Medical Research, ICMR we call it. According to that also, India is not following a healthy diet. Uh, and in South Asia, a reference diet might cost 60% of the mean daily per capita household income. So it is changing with respect to the world, I mean with respect to the country. And if you want to afford a quality nutritious thing, if you put your full income also, you can't eat that most of the people they are saying. And the richest 5% of Indian households also, they will consume too less of protein rich against the processed food. And see, richest 5%, they can eat, no, they can eat nice food. But again, according to statistics, they also consume less protein. By he stating the reason is lack of availability, accessibility, awareness, and acceptability. Acceptability being the major causes for the poor quality of diets. And the person who is writing this article, he was commenting on the global hunger index. As we have seen that India have ranked 105th. Uh, and India have performed very poorly with respect to in relation to other countries. And however, when you put close attention to the issue, uh, GHA doesn't connect to the hunger per se. Global hunger index, it's not about only hunger. It's also about the nutrition. It's also about hidden hunger. Because the people, now we all people, we are eating rice, we are eating potatoes, we are eating the vegetables. But our body needs right amount of nutritional levels. The balanced diet is required. For that, what is happening? Balanced diet is required, but you are not taking. You are just eating something so that it satisfies your stomach. That's it. But your body requires iron, your body is required magnesium, your body is required zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B, C, D, E, K. These all required. Because of that, you're not getting enough food. You're having hair loss. You're having skin burns. Different types of deficiency things are happening, right? And in the global hunger index, the realistic hunger domain may go well beyond food security and nutritional compliance also. So, and according to the NSSO, 3.2% of the Indian population are not compliant with a minimum of 60 meals in a month. 60 meals in a month means 2 meals per day. So even the 3.2% are not compliant of the square meal. They're not eating the square meal, means the thali. So in fact, more than 50% of population are reported to have 3 meals a day. So, and in a population of 140 crores in India, this is just 3.5%. Even 3.5% can't afford the food of, healthy thing. And the World Food Day this year, it's have a theme that right to foods for a better life and a better future. So there are different situations and circumstances wherein individuals may go hungry as they do not have the means to buy food. And we have recently also seen the labor have died in the Mysore railway station. In Kerala also 2 people died. In Maharashtra also 2 laborers died because of the hunger. The reason that they found this. So in this, what is the way forward is we have to create the food banks. The way we have, because in the restaurant culture where they are wasting a large amount of food, so that food can be transferred to food bank, or else there should be a strict compliance regarding the wastage of food. And also we need to discourage the food waste, and we should organize the proper food collection systems. And also a nation that is proud about being self-sufficient in food, it is also need to qualify in a hunger free nation as I will, because India is self-sufficient in most of the foods. So we are the best production of rice, wheat, milk, right? So this is a entire article. So every line seems important. So we have most of the lines we have discussed. The next article, it's about the food access is about equitable agri-food system. Okay. Because again, the World Food Day, October 16th, 2024, the theme is right to foods for a better life and a better future. So, and this theme highlights the importance of access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food for all. Uh, and also, there are different international organization, that is FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, the International Fund for Agriculture Development, a World Food Program. So there are many programs regarding the food access. And food security, it is very vital for individual well-being and social stability also. And according to the FAOs, it is 733 million people face hunger related things. And Indian Green Revolution, it's very crucial for food availability. Now the focus, we need to do more focus on the nutrition, and that is why India is doing Poshan Abhiyan for nutrition enhancement. There is a food fortification program to add minerals into the food that we consume. So those things are given. And how India's journey towards food security is, because India before, as we seen in during the Lal Bahadur Shastri era in 1960s, there is a food security, and people used to do fasting for 1 week uh, in order to like just feed their stomachs. They used to be on water. So that much food crisis and starvation things in India, I've seen those things. And it's a once a food deficient nation, and now it is transforming itself into a food surplus country, because we are exporting basmati, we are exporting rice, we are exporting wheat, uh, we are exporting pharmacy also. So there are we are exporting coffee. India is a coffee exporting, tea exporting. Uh, so in this way, we were becoming a food surplus country. And here the article states that it's not about only becoming the food surplus country, it's about the nutrition should be there. Nobody should be feel malnutrition, because malnutrition is it's a biggest problem in India. And effective policies, advancements from institutions such as ICMR, ICAR, these things we need to done. Uh, so what India is doing, they have said. And what are the challenges in the agriculture sector? This is very important again because in GS3 there is agriculture, cropping patterns related things and agriculture related things. So what are the challenges now we'll see. Then while India's agriculture sector is a cornerstone of its economy, it faces several challenges because 93 million agrarian households, that is, and in that there are 82% are small and marginal farming holdings, and fragmentation of land is very more in India, and there is natural resource degradation, that is overusing of groundwater strains, sorry, chemical fertilizers, monocropping, uh, use of unconventional methods, or more fertilizers. Uh, and also, India have not adapted the sprinkler system much more. I mean, micro irrigation, macro irrigation things. So we need to work on those things also. And the market access also, there is a constraints in market activities and supply chain issues also there. So we need to address that also. And there is a rural poverty and inequality, lack of formal loans, formal access to the credit. So those things are there. And again, the biggest challenge is the climate change. We have seen the cold waves, heat waves, monsoon changing patterns, and erratic weather patterns. Uh, so we need to go through that also. These things, all the points that we have already known, but we are just revising from the newspaper. Uh, So access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food is a fundamental human right for all, and regardless of employment or location. And this right to food, it goes beyond the agriculture and it for the million people also. Everybody have the access to safe and nutritious food. That is why, in order to strengthen that also, PDS system is going on in India, and with increasing urbanization, ensuring food security for non-farming families, it is also very important. And food availability for non-agriculture households, it relies on resilient food systems, and there is a food inequality in India. So though the PDS is doing things, uh, it is not, I mean, still the food inequality is going on. And we have the collective responsibility. And this World Food Day have reminded that the ensuring food access is not just about increasing production, but also building equitable, resilient, and sustainable agriculture food system that work for everyone. And in order to do this, we must continue to support farmers and non-agriculture families, so we need to work on food related things also. So that is about food access is about equitable agri-food system. So if the agri-food system, if the supply chain food system, if the inputs, if the processing, if everything goes well, then the food access will come to everyone. So that is the main aim. All the system, the inputs, outputs, production, the processing, the manufacturing, everything is for the accessible food for everyone. So in that, the market lies, the farmer lies, the middleman lies, whatever lie, whatever whoever lies. So the food access is the main thing. So next article, we'll discuss about the food again, and we'll end today's discussion. So yield can't be the sole indicator for agriculture. So in page number 9, they have given, uh, because uh, and the most of the countries, they will calculate their food capacities based on their yield, the kilogram output, or else hectares. He's saying that it's an opinion page, so this kind of system need to be changed. We need to add the nutritional components to it, and we should calculate. He's saying, uh, and usually previously land is usually considered the most scarce resource, because if you have land you can like do agriculture in the past, but now it's not only land, you need a capital, you need you need proper seeds, you need proper monsoon, so everything is becoming scarce because of the climate change and economical aspects also. So all the things, labor is scarce, everything is scarce, he's saying. Um, and we are giving the little attention to the nutritional profile of the food that is being grown. And when you see the ICAR recent study for high yielding varieties, uh, for zinc, it have when you compare with the conventional rice and the H5E seeds, whatever we are eating now, the zinc percentage it's dropped around 33% in rice and 30% in wheat. And iron also dropped by 27% in rice and 19% in wheat. So now, because we are eating for zinc, I mean the zinc and the iron, the quantum of their percentage in the respective seeds they have decreased when you compare with the conventional seeds. And this lack of nutrition in India, food leads to micronutrient deficiency. That is why the Indian people are suffering with anemic and micro malnutrition. The stunting, wasting things are going on in the child. Uh, and according to NFHS, National Family Health Survey report, one third of Indian children under 5 are stunted, and two-thirds are anemic. Okay. And in the 19 since the 1970s, farmers are putting more fertilizer to get more yield. And And agriculture scientist also, while designing the variety of seeds, he's saying that the symbiotic relations between crops and within across the season, they were focusing on less. And a study, for example, when you have taken a case study from Andhra Pradesh, it highlights that the economic benefits of intercropping sugarcane with chilies, eggplant, tomato, and coriander provides year-round stable farmer income while enhancing profitability. But when you see in the northern side of Punjab, Haryana, uh, Uttar Pradesh, there is a more distribution of only rice or wheat. So, and a single focus on yield maximization and structurally promotes only a few high yielding varieties. So, it is a loss for us also. And India has lost about 1 lakh 4,000 varieties of rice since the Green Revolution, because the rice during those times it varies with respect to the place. But now what happened, because of the high yielding varieties, and high yielding varieties can grow at any place in India, provided the climatic conditions is like satisfied. So because of that, everybody is adapting, and there is a globalization and Indianization of food. That is the food. I mean, for example, you take Sona Masuri. It is available from the northern to southern part of India in every market. Because of that, also farmers are doing more of the H5V seeds. Uh, and and the many local varieties have proven to be more resilient. So these things are given, and the millets has also dropped from 10 million hectares to so. And what he's suggesting that to indicate better how we need to indicate first our food systems impacts the health of our nation, and it depends on the critical natural resources. Because whatever we eat we become, and we are eating unhealthy food with lack of nutrition, and it will create the unhealthy India, you say. And the second so he's saying it should not be indicators on the only the quantum, it should be on the quality also. And the second, he's saying that it should directly address the outcomes. I mean, if nutritional security is a goal, the indicator could be nutritional output per hectare, like that he's saying. The third point is metrics such as soil biological activity, water use efficiency, and farm biodiversity. That should also be mainstreamed. And for organic carbon in soil health cards also, it's a good step. There is a AI-powered Sagu Bhagu pilot project in Telangana's Khammam district. It's focusing on, so there have he have given one case study about the Sagu Bhagu pilot project in Telangana's Khammam district. It's focusing on improving water use efficiency and enhancing farm biodiversity by providing farmers with real-time data. So we can use AI also, is saying. The fourth thing is we must measure not only crop diversity at the farm level, but also capture a landscape diversity score. For example, when you say a Telangana region, one score, Andhra Pradesh region, one score. Regarding that, we can do accessing the regional diversity of crops with which we can achieve. And we can also track the income diversification, tracking economic resilience through the income streams, etc. So these are the very good points that we can write answer, like if some question is related to this. And he's also saying that a single indicator cannot do justice to the multiple outcomes, because India is concentrating on multiple outcomes. You are measuring only the quantum, the production amount. So we need to do the, I mean, all the nutritional aspects also. So thus, sustainable livelihoods, and we can protect our planets, we can protect our health. So these things are there, and that's all for today. So there are other articles that is not much important. So in the last page, they have given about the coastal flooding. In the coastal flooding harms different tree species differently. So the gist is how well the tree grows. It depends on the temperature, rainfall, soil, and nearby vegetation. And also, researchers use the dendrology to understand how trees respond to condition. For example, here they took the Sundarbans, the research on that. If the coastal erosion is going on, then the trees is also it's moving inside the ocean. It's going towards the ocean, so that is there. So the article is it's like different species will respond differently with respect to the coastal flooding. As we see, with regard to indicator species also, if there is a large amount of change in the nature, then we can't see the indicator species. Those will indicate whether an environment is healthy or not. So regarding that, it's given it's unsustainable in long term, but it's just a point. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a great day.